Hello friends, this is Tanmay De. Welcome to my channel Sanchita. Today's passage is about the Farm Bill which was passed on 17th September 2020. The source of this passage is the Hindu editorial. Speed will be 80 words per minute. Total words 841. Duration of this dictation will be 10 minutes 30 seconds. As you know, our present Agriculture and Farmer Welfare Minister Sri Narendra Singh Tomar presented this bill on Parliament. Also remember that after the dictation you will get the full passage and some important words and their outlines. Be ready, I will start my dictation after the countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. The passage of the 3 Farm Acts by Parliament has led to a constitutional debate. These acts are the Farmers Produce, Trade and Commerce (Promotion and Facilitation) Act 2020, the Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Act 2020, and the Essential Commodities Amendment Act 2020. Does the Union Government have the authority to legislate on what are rightfully the affairs of states? Many states have questioned the constitutional validity of the Farm Acts and are reportedly exploring legal options. Agriculture is a state subject in the Constitution, listed as entry 14 in the state list list 2 This apart entry 26 in list 2 refers to trade and commerce within the state entry 27 refers to production, supply and distribution of goods and entry 28 refers to markets and fairs For these reasons, interstate marketing in agriculture was always considered a legislative prerogative of states. Seen in this perspective, Parliament's passage of the Farm Bills was an extraordinary step. For this purpose, the central government invoked entry 33 in the concurrent list list 2 entry 26 and 27 in list 2 are listed as subject to the provisions of entry 33 of list 3 Entry 33 in list 3 is the following 33: trade and commerce in and the production, supply and distribution of point number A, the products of any industry where the control of such industry by the Union is declared by Parliament by law to be expedient in the public interest, and imported goods of the same kind as such products. Point number B, food stuffs including edible oil seeds and oils. Point number C, cattle fodder including oil cakes and other concentrates. Point number D, raw cotton whether ginned or unginned and cotton seed. And point number E, raw jute. Entry 33 in its present form was inserted in list 3 through the constitution within bracket third amendment bracket close act 1954. That is, import was significant is clear in the heated constitutional debates around the amendment. After tabling in the House, the Constitution within bracket third amendment bracket close bill was referred to a joint committee. In the joint committee, there was severe opposition to the bill from 7 members: N.C. Chatterjee, K.S. Raghavachari, A. Venkataramanan, and Harish Chandra Mathur. In the final report, these members also wrote an important note of dissent. The contention of the dissent was the following. As per Article 369 in the original version of the Constitution, the responsibility of agricultural trade and commerce within a state was temporarily entrusted to the Union government for a period of 5 years beginning from 1950. The 1954 amendment attempted to change this into a permanent feature in the Constitution. But according to the dissenting members within double quote, the Constitution makers did not desire to place matters enumerated in Article 369 in the concurrent list decode. If indeed they were placed in list 3 within double quote, state autonomy would be rendered illusory and state powers and rights would be progressively pulverized decode, and within double quote, the legislative authority of state legislature is pro tanto abrogated decode. As a result, the amendment would be within double quote permanently depriving the state legislatures from effectively exercising their legislative judgment in respect of certain vital matters decode. Parliament discussed the bill in September 1954. In his opening speech, Minister for Commerce and Industry T.T. Krishnamachari clarified that the amendment was required because many states were deficit in food production and the centre had to, within double quote, safeguard the interests of the weaker units in the union decode. His point was that it was the adverse food situation in the country that necessitated the amendment. But many eminent opposition members were not impressed and pointed to the spirit of the dissent note. In their eloquent elaborations, Ashok Mehta and K.K. Basu argued that states such as Bihar, Bombay, Travancore, Cochin, and Assam had explicitly exposed the bill. Basu said that Article 369 was retained as a temporary feature in the Constitution because, within double quote, the situation in the country within bracket after 1947 bracket close was abnormal decode, and within double quote, the food situation was very bad decode. But the Constitution makers knew that the situation would return to, within double quote, normal decode in a few years. That was why they did not vest the listed powers with the center for more than 5 years. Hence, its conversion into a permanent provision was unwarranted. Ashok Mehta warned that if the center truly wanted control on trade and commerce in states, then over time it would also want to have within double quote control over crop planning and cultivation decode. Thus, the bill would lead to within double quote an expanding encroachment on the rights of the states decode within double quote a progressive erosion of state powers decode and within double quote the possibility of side stepping of democratic process decode. According to K.K. Basu within double quote, passage of the bill would transform the Indian constitution into a within double quote unitary constitution decode instead of a within double quote federal constitution decode and reduce within double quote all the states powers into municipal powers decode. A within double quote reactionary legislation decode was being introduced as within double quote an innocuous piece of legislation decode. Notwithstanding the strong dissenting voices, the bill was passed, but history appears to have proven the dissenters right. In September 2020, the same entry 33 was invoked to usurp the same powers of the states that the dissenters feared would be taken away. Stop writing. Now you should try to read it back and then do transcription. Now I am showing you important words with outline. Part 1. Part 2. Now I am showing you the full passage. This is part 1. This is part 2. This is part 3. This is part 4. That's all from us. Thank you very much for watching. If you think this dictation is useful to you, then give your response or suggestions through comments under the below comment section of this video. For regular classes, you can subscribe my channel and share with your friends.